My name is Kaliope, and I'm with the Full Set Project and the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program. Today is May 4th, 2025, and I'm interviewing Mulan at Optima Light Salon 2. So please introduce yourself. What is your full name, and please spell it.
Okay, well, my full name is Somally Taylor Uy. It's spelled Somolly, and then Taylor, Taylor, and my last name is Uy. But Mulan is just what they call me here at work, at the nail salon. It's like a family nickname, and it's spelled Mulan.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So just some background questions first. When and where were you born?
I was born 2000, 10 and 16, and I was born in New York, the Bronx.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up here in Homestead, Florida. So we moved here when I was around like 3, and I pretty much grew up here in Homestead. But I was born there in the Bronx.
So what was it like growing up here in Homestead?
Very, very rural, very like, there's a lot of farmland. When I was growing up, I remember seeing a lot of trees, a lot of like forest and like grass, not a lot of places yet. So it was very underdeveloped at the time.
And what were your parents' names?
My parents' names, my dad's name is Valentine Uy, and my mom's name is Chiang Tach. Yeah.
And when and where were they born?
They were born in like the 1980s something. I'm not even too sure, but yeah, they're old.
That's okay, yeah. Do you know where they were born?
They were born in Cambodia, both of them. I think my mom was actually born in Vietnam, but that was like during the time where they had a war. So I think that part of Cambodia is now Vietnam. So on paper, she's born from Vietnam, and my dad was born in Cambodia.
Got it. And so where did they grow up?
Growing up over there, both of them. Then I think around my dad grew up in Cambodia, came to New York when he was like in his 30s already. My mom was born in Vietnam, grew up during like a war, so a lot of like traveling to like through refugee camps, and then came to the U.S. in New York when she was like in high school. So when she came here, she grew up a little bit, knowing, not really knowing English, but she got to go through the school system a little bit and learn a little bit. So that's where they grew up.
Got it. So what did they do for a living?
My dad was like, he was a bit of a jack of all trades. I believe he was a jeweler. He would fish. He tried to do a lot of business, and then eventually he just did farming. But he passed last year, so now he's passed. And then my mom, she grew up doing nails. Didn't grow up doing nails, but she eventually, like career-wise, she chose nails, and that was like an easy way to make money, and she just stuck with it. Now she does nails, but she's getting older, so she's planning to maybe stay at the farm, do farming stuff.
Yeah, got it. I'm so sorry about your loss for your dad.
It's okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Moving on, are you a parent?
No. Oh, like in the future?
Oh, right now.
Like right now, I mean, I'm a dog mom.
Okay, nice.
I don't know if you see this side. Well, but it says my kids have paws, so.
Love that.
Those are my kids right now.
Yep. Okay, dog parent. Got it.
Parent.
And if so, what are your children's names?
Well, I have Saki, Cookie, and Papas, and they're 3 Frenchies, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
I love them. They're my brothers.
Got it. And where were they born?
They were born here, in my mind. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cute. Okay, so just to clarify, You mentioned you were born in New York.
Yes.
At what age did you move here to Homestead?
I moved here fully, I believe, when I was 3. And I grew up here. I don't really, like, I was born in New York, but that's pretty much all I have from New York, because I was born there. Like, I didn't catch the accent, I didn't catch the culture, the attitude. Like, pretty much I was raised here, brought up here. I'm like a Floridian girl, for sure.
Got it. Cool. Okay, so moving on to your training, what does being a nail tech mean to you?
Being a nail tech means like I'm like an artist. I'm an artist. I am a therapist. I am a family member, a friend, you know. I'm a friend to like my clients. We're cool, we chill, we talk about life, and also I bring a little bit of creativity and happiness to them too, with like the stuff that I do for them, like my artwork.
Yeah.
You know?
That's really cool.
That's what it is. It's a lot. It means a lot to me
Yeah.
to be a nail tech.
So you mentioned that part of being a nail tech is being a therapist.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Could you elaborate more on that?
Pretty much, it's like when you sit here, you're on a client for about, it could be anywhere from an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. When you're in front of that person, you really get to know a lot about them. You ask them questions. Like, I'm not the kind of person to sit in front of you and have like no conversation at all. Like, I'm gonna ask about, you know, your family, your friends, like your relationships. And it's not to like be nosy, but it is to like be friendly, because that's what it is. And you get to really, like, people when they sit in your chair, sometimes it's like they get vulnerable, you know, they become vulnerable. They really express like struggles they've been through. You can relate with them. We give each other advice on relationships and just everything. Like even our dogs. I have clients that come sit in my chair and we're like, oh, how are your fur babies? I'm like, oh, mine's are great. How are yours? So it's really like it becomes intimate in a certain way, you know.
Got it. So what is your first memory of doing nails?
Ooh, my first memory of doing nails, honestly, it wasn't a great one. It was really like hard for me at first. I was scared. I was really nervous. I didn't really know exactly what I was doing, but I knew that I had to do something, you know, like I was like, okay. Like I started off probably doing manicure pedicures for a long time, maybe about a year before I moved on to acrylics. And then even then I only did refills because I was so scared to like, you know, really do something. Like, so it wasn't great. I was always like timid with like, okay, should I do this? Can I do this? But over time, it took me like a long time before I really like got comfortable to get what I want to do and to be happy with it. Yeah.
What exactly were you afraid of when you first started?
People scare me, honestly, but I'm just happy that the people that I've met, like as I've been doing nails for so long, they're very nice. They're actually not as scary as you think. So honestly, like I'm happy like where I'm at. Like the clientele that I've built, it's definitely feels very like homey, like comfortable.
Yeah. Got it. So what led to your interest in doing nails for a living?
What started was that my family had a nail salon. So I already was introduced to it from a very young age. Like when my mom would be working at the salon, like after daycare, she'd take me here. I'd be here all day, like just, you know, running around. You know, they'd tell me throw away the trash or like, you know, to do little things, or I'd just sit on my phone or my mom's phone. And I was just always in the nail salon. What got me into it was that they were like, you know, it's a good way to make money. Like you should do it. You know, you're in high school, I feel more comfortable. They would tell me, I feel more comfortable that you work for us or with us than you're working out there for somebody else. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So I took it upon myself to, build up the courage to start doing nails here.
Got it. Sorry, was that something else?
No, I was just...
Okay,
Sorry.
no problem. Did you attend beauty school or are you self-taught?
I did do beauty schools just to get my license, but majority of what I know now is from experience. So I pretty much learned everything here at the salon. So because when you're here, it's not the same. Everything they teach you in beauty schools is like the very bare basics. Like, I know a lot of girls that graduate with their license, same like me, and they come out and they're like, it's not good. You can tell the lack of experience. So what really makes you is your experience.
So in comparison to just the certification, becoming qualified through experience, what are things that you've learned through experience that you think make a good nail tech?
Listening to your clients, knowing what they want, that makes you a great nail tech. Understanding, having a little bit of an artsy background too, it helps because it pushes you to be more creative. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are, and the more you will push yourself to like do different things that you've never done. Always be open-minded to either criticism, always be open-minded to learning new things, because there's something new like every day that comes online, that comes up on social media. So it's just being open-minded to just everything, whether it's the stuff that you're using to do the nails or listening to your clients and seeing what they want to do.
Got it. And finally, how did you learn your techniques?
My techniques were, I'm glad to be born in the age that I am, like in the generation, in the world that we live in right now, because we have so much access to like the internet, social media, there's so many tutorials. And I'm lucky that I can kind of look at a video and I kind of get it like the first time. So when I look at it, I learn it one time and then I pretty much trial on my clients. And they're pretty much down. They're like, okay, like the other day I think I did like a deer print set. So I was actually really excited because I haven't done that. And I'm like, okay, everybody does, the cheetah print, the leopard print, zebra print. I want to do deer print. Let's do it. I saw some images and she's like, I don't care, do whatever you want. I'm like, perfect. Deer print it is. And we kind of went with that. So.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
So moving on to your early career. Okay, so earlier you mentioned that having kind of an artsy background can really help your creativity in being a good nail tech. Could you elaborate more on your background as like an artist?
Well, growing up, I was always a little artsy. I always liked to draw. I remember being a kid and like actually coloring my own little characters, cutting them out and making them play with each other. Like my own little drawings, my own little people. And then it kind of stuck with me throughout high school. And in my high school days, I remember having a lot of art classes. So I have some background in ceramics, 2D art, painting, drawing. I just had a lot of classes, and I always made sure that every year I would choose an art class. I would have, or 2 art classes, because it's just, like I did want to, like I wanted to go toward a career path where I wanted to do art, but I just didn't know how. And then the nail salon was one way that my family was like, you can do art on nails. And I was like, it's so, you know how small nails are. They're small, it's tiny, but I was able to do it. Like where I'm at right now, I can feel comfortable enough to say that I can make art on nails. So being artsy helps. Having some kind of like sculpting too, like you can use that skill and create a little charm on the nail. You can build it, you can sculpt it, you have the skills.
So I noticed that around the salon we have like some Hello Kitty figurines. Are there any like aesthetics or maybe artists that really inform your creative practice?
I'm very into like the Japanese Korean vibe, like nail art that they have, like with the big charms, the little Kuromi and Hello Kitty, and all of the vibes that they got going on with the stars and the diamonds. It's just so cute. It's like definitely my style, my vibe. I've learned that that is what I like. Like all the coquette little strawberries. That's my vibe for sure. That's definitely like what I do a lot. Like if somebody wanted a freestyle, that's what I'm doing. You're getting strawberries with bows, coquettes, and lace. You're gonna be laced up. That's what I want. That's what I like.
Got it. That's super cool. So, talking about your early career, what was your first job as a nail artist?
My first job, definitely just to do good nails, you know, just to make sure that your nails were solid first, and then after you had good solid nails, then you would worry about the nail art, the painting, the designing, the creativity part of it, because it's you can't have a bomb paint job and like some crazy designs and your nails pop off the next day. That doesn't work. So foundation is important. That was my first job, was to really like make sure that I did a good job with the set. Then I would worry about that art, because that's what you don't want, your art to be flying everywhere.
Right. And was that here at Optima?
Yeah, it was here. I worked at Optima 2. And then oh yeah, just pretty much always, whether I was working as a cashier, taking out trash, refilling polishes, like, you know, I was always around the nail business.
And what was it like to work there?
Um, it was fun. I enjoyed talking to people, you know, people tell me all the time, like, oh, I saw you grow up as a kid. Like, you're always in the nail salon, like, whether you were just helping or you were just sitting there, you know, like, they just saw me change and develop. And they're like, now that I do nails, they're like, wow, you've grown. You've become a great nail tech.
Right. So, as you've become a nail artist here at Optima, what were your clients like?
I have all different types of clients. I have sweet clients, old clients, young clients, picky clients. Like I have them all. I have the sister, and then I have the sister's girlfriend and the sister's ex. Like I have a lot of messy clients too. That, oh, so you did her nails today? Like, oh my God, like, so what'd she do? What did you know? And I'm like, oh my God, let me not be messy. Like, let me just try to just, you know, oh yeah, she was cool. You know, everybody's good. So I have a lot of clients. So it really ranges, like, from, you know, lawyers to architects to cops, police officers to, you know, I have people that work as retailers stocking up. I have people that, it's just everywhere. So I don't know. I have so many.
And among your clients, what would you say were the most popular styles among them?
Since this is nail salon based, I feel like most popular for me, honestly, is simple sets. I have a lot of classic Frenches. I have a lot of clean, nude, simple one colors, because I think everyone nowadays wants to be practical, you know. It's very, I don't want to say it's rare, but I have only very specific clients that come to me and they say, do whatever you want, where they're comfortable enough, where they're like, you know what, I trust you with my nails, I trust the process. At like a very few, not, well, I don't want to say few, but like it's growing, you know what I mean? Like not everybody is okay, it wants that, you know. In a sometimes it's just people walking in and they're like, I just want a refill. I just want a solid color, and just like, let's keep it simple. Get me in and out.
Right. So, what styles did you like, and do you think they matched what your clients liked?
Um, I really like, like I said, the coquette style. I really like the Y2K vibes too, with the piercings and the charms. I like that a lot, but my clients, not so much. But I've learned to, throw it in there a little, like, oh, let me just do a little something on one nail. You'll like it, trust me. Do a bow. I'll do like a little 3D strawberry, squeeze it in there. And they're like, wow, you know what? I like this. I trust you. So you kind of have to ease your way into certain people, because not everybody is going to like that. I have some people that's like, they don't even like glow in the dark powder. You don't even like your nails to glow? You're crazy to me, because I love it. So it's sometimes I sneak it in. Like, there's clients that don't expect anything. They come in with zero expectations, because that's what, when you work at a nail salon and you're just going anywhere from nail salon to nail salon, you might not expect a lot. But when they come and sit in my chair, sometimes they're like, wow, you really outdid yourself. It's like, I didn't even know they glue. Like, I was sleeping and my nails was glowing in the dark. And I was like, that's good, girl. That was a little, I put it in there for you. You're welcome. So it starts to introduce people to, like, slowly break out of their shell and, like, start to, like, try new things.
Super cool. So, did you feel that you were making enough money as a nail artist?
In the beginning, honestly, yeah. I felt like I was. I made sure that I had a nail salon based mentality. So, you get people in and you get people out. You do what you got to do to make money, and you just, get them out. But as I've grown as a nail tech, I've learned to value the quality more than the quantity. So I feel like I don't make as much as I did before, and I think that also comes with the economy, how everything is. But I feel like what my clients ask for now, it's more like, it's definitely more artsy. Like, that's also me being more comfortable to be able to do those kinds of things on them. So, I think it's the money is okay right now, but it definitely was like way more. I had way more money back then.
Gotcha. And did you feel that you had some control over the work you did and the hours that you worked?
Nail salon based, yes and no. I'm just grateful that this is a nail salon that my family owns. So I'm able to communicate with them and tell them, hey, I'm going to take a week off for whatever reason. Maybe I want to go on vacation. I can be a little more flexible with my hours, because, again, I've been working in this nail salon for like maybe, I've been working here for like almost 10 years. And I started when I was 17 working. So I have a little bit of flexibility with, like, okay, I want to come in a little later and then I'll leave later, or I'll come in earlier and I leave earlier. And I can change my times how I want it. Majority of my clients have my contact, so if they want to make appointments with me, it's easy for me to have flexibility. Other nail salons, I don't know how that would work for them personally, but my family, Optima itself, we're very flexible with, like, if you communicate with us, like, this is what you need, this is the time you need to be here and to leave. If you have a kid, we're pretty understanding, so it's pretty chill here, I'm not gonna lie.
Gotcha. And finally, how were prices set, and what percentage of the earnings did you keep?
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, no problem. So how were prices set, and what percentage of the earnings did you keep?
Okay, so prices are pretty much, we have a set price for everything here. Any designs, that's the only thing that does have flexibility. So if it's very complicated, like we're doing some 3D charms, piercings, glow in the dark, extra long nails, the price will vary. But that's because there's a lot of extra steps that goes into it. So we have a set price, and then everything is added on with that. And that also varies with person to person, like nail technician to nail technician. So somebody might not know how to do this design, but someone might, and that can take them a lot longer than it would take me. So their price might be a little bit more because it took them maybe 40 minutes to do design versus me, which it would take like 15 minutes. So 40 minutes to 15 is a big difference, but that's because I have experience, and there's a lot of people who they struggle with learning how to do certain stuff. So it can change. They might set their price for maybe like the 3D charm. They might set it to like 30, and I might set mine to like 20 or 25. So it's a little bit of a difference. So, but that comes with experience and yeah, and how we set it is, that's just, yeah, I think it's like we try to go based off of what the area is here in Homestead, like with set prices, but then with anything else like art, it does change a little.
Got it. So now I'm going to ask a little bit more about your nail art. So what would you say is your signature style?
I'd say my signature style, just regarding to me, I would like to say coquette, very Japanese, Korean. I like to take from anime. I like to take from just things that are artistic in a very Asian style, you know, very like lily pads, blossom, tree flowers, stuff like that. I'm very into like the Asian aesthetic. I think it's beautiful.
I love that. And has your style as a nail artist changed?
Yes, it has. I didn't have a style originally. I had my original way of thinking when I did nails was whatever the client wants, the client gets. So if they were more into something like very loud Miami colors, bright, you know, neon, which I get, it's beautiful. I think every nail set that you do is, anyone does, is like beautiful because it's art, but definitely not my style. But I would do it if somebody wanted like some, you know, very abstract nails. Those are really also not my thing, but I would do it, you know. So it's changed from that to like what I have now, like, which is like what I've learned that that's what it is.
Yeah. And how has the nail industry changed since you first started?
The nail industry has changed a lot. I feel like it hasn't been as... It's changed in a way, like art-wise, I'd say it's changed from being very simple, basic, to being now like crazy. You can literally do anything on your nails. Literally anything. You can sculpt a whole skyscraper if you wanted to on your nails, you know. You could write a whole biblical piece on your nails, you know. It just really depends. You could do anything. I've seen like people like be really creative, really creative, and it has pushed me to like try to do that too. You know, you gotta kind of create your own signature, and it's hard because there's so many people in the nail industry, like so many artists, so many, you know, it's hard to find your kind of signature piece. Like this is who I am. But that's what has changed. I think.
Got it. So how does being a nail artist affect your body?
Oh yeah, girl, that's hard. Being a nail technician, you sit on your booty for like 10 hours at a time, 12 hours, 15 hours, however long it takes. Your butt is glued to that chair. Your neck is cracking, your knees are cracking, your back is crack-a-lacking. So it's a lot of like, you know, it's a lot of just sitting there and, you know, being hunched over sometimes. I try to fix my posture, but it's a lot of like, people don't think doing nails is hard. Doing nails is straining on the body. For those long hours that you're sitting on that chair doing whatever you have to do, it takes a toll over time. Like I've realized I have really tense muscles, tense shoulders. I try to go once a month to like a massage therapist, so I can like you loosen up those muscles. Your hands, they cramp up. I've developed a little bit of carpal tunnel. I have my aunt. She has sciatica. All of this is like accounting to the fact that we sit hours and hours, without moving. We strain our eyes. It's a lot of work, a lot of things that people don't really think about when, you're doing somebody's nails. They don't think like, they just think, oh, it must be nice to sit on your butt all day. Like, yeah, but not all day, like it's nice, but it's not that nice because it does take a toll over time. It's hard. It's really hard on your body.
Yeah, I hear that. So, you mentioned going to a massage therapist. Is there anything else that you do to try to alleviate these pains in your back or neck while you're sitting at your chair, like working?
Yeah, I have home there, like remedies that I do. So I probably like, there's this Cambodian remedy called coining. So if it's really bad, like you have really bad muscle ache, whether it's in my arm, in my shoulder, in my back, we try to do coining. There's cupping, which is the Chinese remedy to help. It's to get your blood flowing, to help rebuild those muscles. So it brings all that blood to the surface, and then it helps. It's painful. It's really painful, but it actually helps, like, heal all of those muscles and loosen up everything, and then you massage it after. So I do a lot of home remedies, and I go to the I've been to the chiropractor a few times for my back, just to get it, like realigned, because it's tough. You have a lot of bones that are like just stuck there that you're not moving, so it's painful.
And can you explain what the coining is?
The coining is pretty much like a coin that you get with maybe like Tiger Balm, or Vicks. Either one works, and you kind of just rub it against the skin until it starts to create almost like a bruise. So it gets like a bright red color, because you're bringing all that blood to the surface of your skin. And so when you do that, you're pretty much breaking up all the capillaries in your skin, and it rushes up to the surface, but it's actually healing those muscles. So it's like if you get a cut and you're bleeding, and then you have all your blood cells working to kind of like create that scab, so it starts to heal it. So it's like the same idea, the same concept, except I don't know, it's Asian people. That's their remedy.
Got it. Thank you. And how does being a nail tech affect your mental health?
It's exhausting sometimes. I love it nonetheless. I really do enjoy like talking to my clients. I love knowing about them knowing about me, but sometimes it, like, every day it does take a toll on, like, man, I gotta deal with this lady today. I'm just kidding. I love all my clients. Majority of them, I love them. But it's like one or two that, there's just, they're set in their ways. They're old people, and they're like, one color, do it the right way, or, they'll give you a little bit of a hard time. But, yeah, that's what it is.
Got it. And what is an aspect of being a nail artist that you don't think most people know about or understand?
I don't think they understand that it's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, like, communication, too. You gotta really, people think that they're just gonna come in and just do it, and it's gonna be, like, this easy. Like, they're gonna fly through it. But it's actually, like, a lot of things that you need to learn. It's a learning process. You gotta learn how to communicate. You gotta learn new skills. You gotta learn how to hold the machine and the brush, the amount of pressure. You gotta learn color theory. It's a lot that goes into nails that people are like, I think they just, they don't think about it. And when you're actually sitting there in the chair and you're doing what you have to do, it starts to hit you a little, like, wow, this is a lot more than I anticipated.
Right. And so what do you most enjoy about being a nail tech?
I enjoy I enjoy the vibe. I enjoy my clients. I enjoy the work that I put in over the years, and it has put me in a space where I'm comfortable now. I can be myself. I can do my clients. I can be happy. They're happy. I'm happy. We all happy. So it's good. It's a good vibe. That's what I like the most about it.
Yeah. And what do you least enjoy about it?
I probably just don't enjoy the basic stuff anymore. I am definitely at a point in my life where I want to like strive to do more. It's sometimes in the nail salon setting, it's hard when you have it's a client by client base. So it's like everybody's walking in. Not everybody can come in and want a crazy design because it's just not set up like that. So it's right now is this is how it is.
Yeah. So, how have your skills and style evolved from when you first started?
It's changed a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning. Like I'm not closed-minded. You got to be open-minded. There's still so many things that are coming out that I haven't tried. I want to do a whole 3D sculpture forest on a nail. Where you have 3D trees coming out, where it's like crazy. Like those are the goals that I'm setting for myself that I want to get to eventually. So I'm still learning. I'm evolving every day.
Yeah. And lastly, what are some of your visions for the future of your work as a nail tech?
My visions for the future, I want to just be artistic. I want to put my art and I want to show my skills on something so tiny and so like nobody would think that art can be on nails, but it is. You could do a lot. You could do so much that it's like you can't even imagine it. And that's where my goals are right now.
Beautiful. So, moving on to your current career, what is your current job as a nail artist like?
My current job, it's pretty self-explanatory. I sit here, I do nails, I enjoy my clients, and I try to do bomb art on them. That's it.
Yeah. Do you work from home or at a salon?
Solely at the salon right now. Solely here. I do this to mainly help my family because I do a lot more. I get up, I charge, I pick up the phone, I make appointments, I check up with the clients that are walking in. It's because I am the niece or the daughter of like the owners. I have a lot more expectations. So there's a lot of me that comes out. Like I kind of have to stop in the middle, get up and like charge a client. I have to stop in the middle, get up, figure out like what's going on situation wise, like what kind of nail art do you want? Or, I'm giving consultations to people that are walking in as I'm doing my clients. So it's like very multitask. You gotta multitask. You're picking up the phone, you're making appointments, you're stopping what you're doing, and then you're getting your colors out, and then somebody walks in, you're like, hey, how can I help you? And so it's like fast paced. It's very like you have to be.
Yeah. Right. So, how does the location of your job change your relationship to work?
The location of my job, it doesn't change anything. I'm happy where it's at. I'm glad that it's right off the exit. So when people are getting off the exit, they have the nail salon. They come and it's right here. Where we're located, we are around a lot of people that they have houses built around us. They have apartments. It's very accessible. So it's great. I love the location. It's right on one of their main roads on Chrome and Campbell Drive, and it's great to see like all different kinds of people come in.
Right. So, where would you prefer to work?
Like if I wasn't working in the nail salon?
I guess if you could change the location of it.
Oh, I'd probably work in Japan or something. If I'm being for real, like I'd be out of here, like Homestead. But like I'd probably be somewhere where I think I could take more inspiration from. So somewhere where if I'm into Korean stuff, like the Japanese nail art stuff, Asian aesthetic vibes, I'd like to be over there to
Got it.
really get more culture, more, soak it all in.
Right. Yeah. And what do you think are the biggest differences between working in a salon and working from home?
The biggest difference is being comfortable. I'm glad that where I work, I'm pretty comfortable because again, it's family business and the way we treat all our workers here, we're all pretty much family. But if you want to say like from home, I think the only thing I don't like from home is how too accessible it can be to outsiders. You have a lot of people bringing in their cousins and their uncles and their kids and their nieces and nephews, and you got the whole family going in. Sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable, or maybe like you don't know who these people are. That's the only thing, like con, that I'd say working from home would be, besides being so comfortable and flexible. Like, because if you work from home, you're your own boss. That's it. You set the rules. You place where you want to work. You work whenever you want. And then at a nail salon, it's a little bit more stricter with that aspect. But you can't just, you know what I mean. This is somewhere where you can bring somebody, like your whole family, if you wanted to. It's to the public. It's uncomfortable to have strangers at your house.
Yeah, that makes sense. And do you think that you have some control over the work you do and the hours you work?
I do. I have full control. If I really wanted to, I'd take off for a whole month. And then I'd come back and I'll be like, all right, guys. But, to an extent, I have full control. But again, this is because this is a family business, so it just changes. But for the most part, everyone here, as long as you tell us in advance and you tell your clients, you communicate with them, like these are the hours that I'm working and these are the hours that I'm not. It works just the same way. You just need to be open-minded to actually doing it.
Yeah, got it. And how are prices set and what percentage of their earnings do you keep?
The prices, they're pretty much set like standard. And then the earnings that I pretty much keep like 60% of what I make. So it's not like it's reasonable. It's the standard for every nail salon, 60%. And it's okay. I like it. It works. So it's good.
Gotcha. And do you feel like you are making enough money?
I feel like I'm making a good amount, enough for me. I wish I could make more, but I think that just depends on like how you price things. So I'm very comfortable with all my clients, and I make sure I don't go crazy on them. I don't steal their whole paycheck, you know what I mean? Like, I try to be reasonable. I talk with them like they're also like family. So I try to be like, okay, you know what? They just got paid, and they're telling me, if they communicate with me like, hey, listen, we on a budget today. I'm like, okay, budget nails, girl. We got you. And we just kind of like go with that.
Yeah. So moving on to the last section. What styles are popular among your clients now?
Right now, we are definitely into the spring era, because it's more seasonal. I feel like there's no like change. I think there's trends that come in and out, but I really feel like I do everything. I do everything from like, I have clients coming in for black, emo nails. I have clients that come in for like really bright Miami clubbing nails. I have some that are basic, one color kind of nails. So it's like, I see all the kind of nails, honestly.
Yeah. And what are some of the qualities or behaviors you most appreciate in a client?
Qualities and behaviors, I want to say anybody who's chill, open-minded, who's willing to communicate with me, and be understanding. Because, if I'm a little late, because I'm trying to walk my dog a little bit and feed them before I get here, and, probably like 10, 15 minutes, And then let's say there'd be a day or a time that maybe my client's running a little late. I'm understanding. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna take you anymore, or that's a $15 charge. I try to just really be like, one-on-one with them and just be understanding with everyone.
Yeah. And on the flip side, what are some qualities or behaviors that you least appreciate in a client?
When they rush me a little bit, when they rush me and they're a little bit they don't trust the process. So they're like, they are their nail tech. Like, I'm just the person doing it. Like, I'm the tool and they are like their own artists. So, but that gets a little bit conflicting because they're like, okay, let me see. All right. Okay, wait, let me see. Okay. Okay, but put it here. All right. Like, every step of the way. And it's a little bit like, it's a little conflicting, but I'm pretty understanding. I'm pretty easygoing, so I kind of like let that slide a little. But and then if you rush me, because you can't rush art. You can't. You just can't. And it's crazy to be in a salon base, but I try to do my best to book everything where I have the time and the space, to like make sure I make that artwork happen. So if you're expecting like all your nails blinged out and just crazy, colored out and glow in the dark and pop in your face, it's not gonna take 1 hour. Some people have that misconceptions that nails are done quick, in and out, like at least at a nail salon. Girl, I take my time. We're gonna be here for like 3 hours because you wanted something that takes time,
Yeah. And finally, do you have any dream clients? And if so, who are they?
Ooh, like famous people?
It could be anyone.
Ooh.
Any dream
Oh
clients.
my God, I don't know. I would really like to work on like, oh my gosh, maybe like Cardi B, maybe like somebody who is like they get them long. Maybe like even somebody like I don't know, like even Selena Gomez, like just anybody who has like a name for themselves, like anyone. I want to do everyone's nails. Honestly, like if I could just have a line of like famous people, I'd be like, I'm gonna do your nails, I'm gonna do your nails, I'm gonna do your nails, because it's like it gives you an experience to like expand, to get to know people. Like just because somebody gets famous, the only thing that they got on them is that they could give you like they could put your name out there, which is great for like exposure. But then, like I'd really want to get to know them. Like, what is Cardi B like on her just chill everyday kind of vibe? Like, or what is like, I don't know, somebody like Tyla, or those kind of pop artists. You want to see the vibes of like who these people really are, so you want to kind of like just communicate with them. I think everybody, those are just people like that. Those are my dream people.
Awesome. So that brings an end to our questions. On behalf of Full Set Project and the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program, I would like to thank you so much for taking the time today to meet with us. Before we end this interview, is there anything you would like to add or clarify, or any closing comments?
Honestly, thank you guys so much. I really appreciated like the time you guys took to get here and everything here. I didn't expect it, but I'm happy that it happened. The fact that everyone was here today, I'm super excited. I'm just really, like ecstatic to like show you guys and tell you guys about like what I my experience in this industry, and that it can be a part of something bigger. So thank you.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
Well, thank you again. This concludes our interview.